Welcome. It's good to see you all. Blessings to you.
And to you as well.
Oh, yeah. I needed smudging. So did anyone feel their masculine self come out today?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm just going to let that keep going. We'll get started pretty quickly. I'd like to drum and stuff, except for my son is still working online. And he takes phone calls, so I can't do any drumming. I'll be doing it outside. He's off work at 10 o'clock. Okay. So welcome to our Summer Solstice ceremony. Oh, I gotta move my keyboard. I hope I don't have to type. Okay, so if you have something to smudge with, that's good. The other thing I want you to do tonight is get a piece of paper and have, you want to write down 12 things, and I'm going to get into that, 12 things that you want to create. So just wait on that until I get to it. So let's smudge. I hope you have an unlit candle. If not, you can do this later as well. Okay? So the unlit candle is good to have if you do have one. And I think that's about all we want. Nice. Aw, pink. I was looking for a pink one. I was out. Okay, so you're burning pink for me. So we'll cast the circle and get started, okay? It is beautiful here tonight. Where's my wand? Awesome. Okay. So let's get started. Okay. And at the end of the ceremony, if anyone has any questions that they want to ask about anything, feel free. Okay. Some people may have questions about herbs to use this month and some things that you can do, but I'm hoping that the ceremony will connect you with everything you need. That's one of the reasons why we come together. So let us cast the circle and begin our ritual. Okay, perfect. In this place the circle's round, we consecrate the sacred ground. With golden light the space surround, all power here contained and bound. From the earth, the things that manifest. From the air, the things of mind. From fire, the things that motivate, and water, the soul's refined. And yet no place or time there be, between the worlds are words and we. Ancient ones come and see, the space is sealed, so mote it be. I, Georgina, daughter of the shining ones, raise the creature of earth to bring forth the stability and strength of our ancestors. North the earth, the wind, the rain, assist us now upon the earth plane. I, Georgina, daughter of the shining ones, raise the creature of air to bring forth the wisdom and knowledge of our ancestors. East the sun, the wisdom, the sight, assist us now in the sacred rite. I, Georgina, daughter of the shining ones, raise the creature of fire to bring forth the power and passion of our ancestors. South, the fire, the passion, the gift, assist us now with an energy lift. I, Georgina, daughter of the Shining Ones, raise the creature of water to bring forth the love and intuition of our ancestors. West we open, the gates swing wide, we seek the answers that lie inside, and we thank you. I, Georgina, daughter of the Shining Ones, raise the essence of spirit to bring forth communion with the positive forces of the universe, and I thank you. And we'll do the invocation of the God and the goddess. And while we do that, of course, you want to open yourselves up. Now we are at summer solstice. So this is a time where we get to invoke the power of God within ourselves to bless us for the entire year. And we'll get more into that tonight. So until then, make sure you just relax, breathe with your mouth open, and receive. And let yourself feel the energy of the God and the goddess. So we'll do the God first. Dear Lord and consort of Our Lady, we open our arms, minds, and hearts to you. All power is yours, Great Father. As we ask for you to join us, send us your love, your guidance, and your blessings. Be with us, Lord of solar gold. Welcome and blessed be. Listen to the words of the horned God, who was of old called among many names: Osiris, Cernunnos, Pan. My law is harmony with all things. Mine is the secret that opens the gates of life, and mine is the dish of salt of the earth. That is the body of Cernunnos, the eternal cycle of rebirth. I give the knowledge of life everlasting, and beyond death, I give the promise of regeneration and renewal. I am the sacrifice, the father of all things, and my protection blankets the earth. Hear the words of the dancing God, the music of whose laughter stirs the winds, whose voice calls the seasons. I, who am the Lord of the hunt and the power of the light, the sun among the clouds, and the secret flame, I call upon your bodies and souls to arise and come to me. For I am the flesh of the earth and all its beings. Through me, all things must die, and with me are reborn. Let my worship be in the body that sings. For behold, all acts of willing sacrifice are my rituals. Let there be desire and fear, anger and weakness, joy and peace, awe and longing within you. For these two are part of the mysteries found within yourself, within me. All beginnings have endings, and all endings have beginnings. Be true to me, and I will always be true to you. And we'll do the invocation of the goddess. Dear Lady of the Night, we open our arms, minds, and hearts to you. All power is yours. As we ask for you to join us, send us your love, your guidance, and your blessings. Be with us, Lady of Lunar Silver. Welcome and blessed be. Hear the words of the moon goddess. She is the dust of whose feet are the hosts of heaven, and whose body encircles the universe. I, who am the beauty of the green earth, the white moon upon the stars, and the mystery of the waters, and the desire of the heart of man, I call unto your soul to arise and come to me. For I am the soul of nature, who gives life to the universe. From me all things proceed, and unto me all things must return. You, beloved of the gods and men, whose innermost divine self shall be enfolded in the rapture of the infinite. Let my worship be in the heart. Rejoice, for behold, all acts of love and pleasure are my ritual. Therefore, let there be beauty and strength, power and compassion, honor and humility, mirth and reverence within you. And thou who think to seek me, know that thy seeking and a yearning will avail thee not, unless you know the mystery, that if that which you seek to find not within yourself, you will never find it without me. For behold, I have been with you from the beginning, and I am that which is attained at the end of desire. Together with my Lord, we weave the web for all of you. Be true to me, and I will always be true to you. Harm none, love all, so mote it be. So welcome. You can probably see my little seashell tiara. So this is the season where it's really good to make your crown. So if you have a crown, I have a few different ones. Seashells are traditional for summer solstice, as well as flowered ones. I was wondering, Sybil, where I thought you'd be coming with your crown. But I know you've got one.
I do.
So I want to talk a little bit about our summer solstice and why it is so powerful for us to connect with it. So the summer solstice is actually, solstice means sun, and we call this Litha. And Litha is an ancient sun celebration. And when we come together for our sun celebration, it is the masculine forces, the power of fire and the power of direction that is in power. It's our yang. So the sun's energy is one of movement. It's one of action. It's one of growth and stimulation. It's also connected to joy, warmth, abundance, and optimism. In magic, the planetary energy of the sun is used to achieve general growth of anything. It can be love, friendship, health. It can be anything that you want. The sun is also very powerful for our protection and for protective magic. So protective magic is magic that brings light to all things, and it puts light onto all things. And that's what the power of protection actually does. It instills the power of light within the darkness of whatever we're dealing with, whether it's stress or whether it's a negative spirit. So this is the time where we do want to celebrate our life. There we go. Beautiful. So we want to celebrate our light. We all have light. We have more light than darkness, okay? And for the summer solstice ritual, it's important for us to try to receive as much of that sun god's power that we can. So the summer solstice ritual, you'll need a few things. First, you'll want a candle. And if you have a candle unlit, hold it in both of your hands. Okay, and if you don't have a candle until you get home, all you'll need to do is what we're talking about, hold it in your hands until it warms up. So the power of tonight holds heat and we want to put that heat into our candle. So for the summer solstice ritual, we need a candle. And we also need to use the sacred spiral sun symbol. So one thing that you'll want to do is make sure you have a piece of paper. And because summer solstice is the power of creation, we have the sun god and the power of the god as father. And we also have the mother goddess impregnated, ready to, give her child. So she is the mother energy. And tonight is the night where we want to write down 12 things that you want to create and call into your life by this time next year. So we have 12 months. So what you want to do is, while you're holding that candle, think about 12 things you want, one for each month. Okay? When you have your 12 things written down, and they can just be point form, you want to take a pen after you have it, and you want to draw the spiral sun symbol. And I'm going to do it right now. And you write the spiral sun symbol on top of what you've written. Okay? So the spiral sun, whoops, I was holding it upside down. So the spiral sun symbol is the magic that you want to tap into this ritual. And I want to get into that. When you do the spiral sun, you want to add 12 of these. Okay? Each one of these is going to represent one of the months of creation. Now, when we tap into the portal of power of the summer solstice, we are now using the power of the daily sun. So we always come together for the full moons, and when we come together for the Sabbats, that's when we are doing magic with the God energy as well as the goddess energy. Okay? So you want to put that God energy, the sun symbol, with the 12 lines around onto your piece of paper. Then you want to take that and you want to wrap it around your candle. Okay? And you want to hold it until it gets warm. When it gets warm, you can then light it, and we are going to sacrifice these papers into the cauldron. So I have 12 things written here that I think that we all want. Okay? And I'll be doing that later. So when we do the spiral sun symbol, it's very powerful. And a lot of people don't really realize this, but the spiral sun is an ancient symbol that's been around for thousands of years. Okay? And why is it so powerful? Why is summer solstice so powerful? Where is the magic in the summer solstice? Okay? Well, as the sun rotates, it has a magnetic field. Just like our 12 light bodies have a magnetic field, our electromagnetic power. So as the sun rotates, its magnetic field twists. And when it twists, it turns into a spiral. And as that spiral extends through our solar system, the structure of it's the structure of the interplanetary magnetic field. So this spiral that I'm talking about that happens with the sun's energy greatly magnifies, it actually amplifies the strength of the solar magnetic field. So this magnetic field is actually a type of plasma that is within the solar wind. And that creates an electrical current that flows. So when we tap into the power of the sunset on the night before and to the sunrise, it is very magical for us. And when the sun rises tomorrow morning, all of that plasma starts to rotate and starts as into those spirals around the world. Okay? So the spiral actually represents us changing our focus. And it's when we go from ego into a place of enlightenment. That's when we're tapping into the God energy. Okay? The God energy is protective And it also brings us intuitive instincts. So the less connected we are to the sun god and the power of the sun, the more our ego talks. Okay? So if you find that there's a time where your ego won't shut up and it's focusing on everyone else, that means you need to connect to your connection to that God energy. So tonight, the sun hits its peak, right? Today and tomorrow, it's hitting its peak. So there's great power in those electrical currents that are all over the universe. Now, the power of God brings us our harmony in the daytime as we're living our life. It also brings us the beginnings of the things that we want to experience in our life. It also brings us our concentration and our focus in our days. So if you find that you have trouble connecting in your days of having focus and concentration and you're distracted, that's a really strong sign that you need to connect to your passion and purpose, right? Because we all know from the sacred circle that our distractions are the first sign that we need to connect with the power of fire. So Litha is a very important celebration for us because this is a time where we can actually perform and connect to that power of the sun as it creates and helps us manifest the things that we've been working on, but also bringing us the ideas of the things that we want to create in the next 12 months. So we want to put together the 12-month things that we would like the God and to bring to us in the next 12 months. Okay? And this is a different cycle than the cycle and the things you're calling in for the full moon. Pay attention to the things that you want today. And when you call for those things that you want today, and you're co-creating with the power of the God in our daytime magic or our daytime connection, then that means that we are, we're protected. Our instincts are working properly. Okay? So some of us leading up to tonight may have experienced something that triggered our masculine side. Okay, I got all, and this is kind of personal, but I got all masculine about how I felt like I don't get what I put out. See, for me, I know, and spirituality is very hard because a lot of people that are involved in spirituality don't understand spiritual moralities. And there's a lot of takers. You know, there's the people that believe make it how you make it. That doesn't work in magic, but it does work on the mundane levels, and it's only temporary. So for me, I come to a place in June when we are experiencing the summer solstice, where I receive what it is that I'm, kind of upset about. And a lot of that has to do with putting our power out and not receiving it back. So the true ceremony, when we burn our papers and when we call in those 12 things that we want to receive, we are actually releasing the things that are in our way. We're doing a banishment. And it's so important to do that so that we can understand that our masculine side is now in connection with us and our wants and needs. Our masculine side is no longer an untamed ego that's out there focusing on these negative things, right? So it's important to call your power back. And this is the night to call your power back as you go and start your new year of your daily processes, okay? So we want to write our 12 things, and we want to light it on fire with the candle that we heat up and put our essence into it. But first, make sure that you hold that paper there. The other thing you want to do is make sure you draw another sun symbol with a 12 around it, and put a jug of water out tonight. Do it right after, as soon as you're home or right after the ceremony. Make sure it's in a glass container and put the sun sign underneath it. And you want to drink it or bath in it. I'm doing both. And that water is super powerful. So it's an amazing medicine for us to drink. And you know, this is a time where we are meant to heal our bodies through what it is that we desire and through what it is that we're trying to work on. As we give energy to the things that we love and connect with, the more we heal. So pay attention to how you're physically feeling now until the next Sabbath, okay? So at the summer solstice, it's also the time when the sun is at its highest peak. It's the brightest day and it's the longest day. And this is a time where the Lord of Light has fought powers of darkness. So remember, up until now, we've been climbing our peak and we've been dealing with our personal darkness and we've been transforming it. But now that we're at the peak, we're going to descend again. The first few months up until September is where we should only be receiving things. We shouldn't have to deal with any darkness. The darkness comes when the veil becomes thinner. So the Lord of Light is banishing all of the darkness around us tonight and into tomorrow. And this power is triumphant. So it's really important for you to let yourself be present in your days and in your life right now, so that you can see how that God energy is keeping you protected from dealing with negative things. But up until today and tonight, a lot of chaos and change for some people, including me. And that is the season. So this night is when the God energy sows his own seeds. And the seeds that he's sowing are the seeds of death, because the wheel turns and the dark God, who many believe is the Holy King and is known as the Holy King, starts to wax in the power as the light God, known as the Oak King. So his energy will start to wane, right? So the goddess shows her death in life aspect. So we will have things that have come to an end for us and things that are now new beginning. Maybe they're ideas of things you tried and you're like, this is no longer for me. That's happened to me. There's things that I'm just not interested in. I want to do new stuff. So we have a power of creation that is unfolding right now. And because the earth is fertile right now and everything is in bloom, it's the time where the goddess reaches over and fertilizes us. It gives us our heightened power. So if there are abilities that you want, or you want to tap into or try to manifest in your life, this is a month where you want to try to manifest those abilities and believe in them. Because all of our awareness, all of our intuition of the goddess is at its highest peak. So this is a time where our powers are heightened. And this is a time where the goddess dances her dance of life and death. And this is a time where the sun god loves her. So the summer solstice is actually a time of fulfillment. It's a time of love. It's a time to call in love. And it's a time for us to tap into what we feel will make us whole. So as we leave from this ceremony, flowers are coming into bloom everywhere. The same happens to our masculine and feminine side. So your sexuality is important because we are ready for pollination or fertilization, or want something in our life. What is it in your life that is fertile right now? Okay. At the same time, all of the fruits appear for us. So it's really important for us to eat as much fresh food as we can through this time, through this month. June was actually considered in the ancient days to be the luckiest month. And it was the luckiest month to be married in. It's the luckiest month to find your love. It's the luckiest time for newlyweds to drink mead. And that's actually why our moon is called a honeymoon, because this was where partnerships manifest, right? It's the promise of the god and the goddess, their connection and their fulfillment. It's also a time of beauty, of love, of strength, of energy. And as we feel the warmth of the sun every day, that warmth we feel on our skin is the promise. If I feel heat from the sun, I know that the God energy is instilling me protection or fine-tuning my instincts. Okay? And some people will be like, oh yeah, every time you go out in the sun, you feel the heat. Well, no, this is a radiant heat. This is something that gives us energy. So at this time of year, our physical energy will hit its peak as well. And that's why you want to make sure, is your energy increasing? We want it to increase. If our energy isn't increasing right now, we need to heal. We need to call in healing. Okay? It's also a time where it's important for us to connect to the summer spirits, the fairies. And I know some people are going to think I'm crazy, but I saw a little white fairy the other day, like literally came right about me. And and the mushrooms. You want to take note of mushrooms. Try to look for the mushroom, because the mushroom sprites are everywhere. So if you see a circle of mushrooms, nature spirits are around. Leave an offering. Ask for a wish. Okay? So try to see a nature spirit, like a real fairy or a little gnome or whatever it is that wants to show itself. And some of the most magical places, of course, is by a creek. They always say under a hawthorn tree, you can see fairies. If you sit under an apple tree, you may be able to see fairies. But try to connect with that energy through this month, because they are considered to be connected to the god and goddess energy, and they're actually bringing us light. Remember, the nature spirits are our root makers. Okay? So it's pretty important for us to connect to. So with that, I hope I didn't talk your ears off too much. I want to do our drinks and as well. So one thing that is really good to do for an offering tonight or tomorrow is, of course, your drink, but I like to give fairies milk. And I always do a honey milk, and I'll give that as an offering tomorrow. Okay? So hold your drinks up if you have them. Let us bless our drinks so that we all never thirst. So may we all never thirst. Oh, so be it.
So be it.
And your food item. I have honey bread. And that's what I'm going to give. Oh, I want watermelon so badly. Oh, I could bite that. So let us bless our food so that we all never hunger. May we all never hunger. So be it.
So be it.
I really wanted to make cookies, except I had a roast in for like 3 hours, and I was like, oh, I just shouldn't have done that.
I love your honey bread, though.
It is good. So let me see. Did you try making it?
Not yet.
No, you need to post your recipe.
I'll post it. So remember that until we meet again, this is about where we need to connect to our ideas and our dreams. We need to, our ideas and dreams that come to us this month are connected to our intuition. Okay? And remember, this is a month where our genius self comes into play. And that's because there's such a great balance with our masculine side and our feminine side. So it's important for us to connect to that. We will also have more connection with people. I've been like, oh my God, I can't handle isolation right now. Oh, it's really stretching my limits, but people are still coming to us. So even if we can't leave the house, there will be people that will come into your life. So stay open. Okay, I even had someone knocking on my door tonight, asking me for smudge, and I was like,
Weird.
you have to trust what the universe brings you, right? The other thing is be ripe. Let yourself ripen. Let yourself manifest an energy that's strong and that has ability to manipulate the situations you're in. Because our powers are at a high peak, anything we're dealing with, we can ask and receive how to deal with these things so that they're beneficial for us. It doesn't matter if it's a challenge. There is a benefit for you. And so this month, it's important for us to seek those benefits, okay? The other thing is we're not meant to be dealing with anything negative because we're in a place of creation. So make sure you keep yourself open. This month is about your love, it's about your nurturing, what you're nurturing, and it's important for us to treat ourselves well, okay? The lesson of this month is actually about channeling ourselves, channeling who we are and understanding who we are and what specific direction that is serving us, okay? So don't fight to make things work. What is working and build on those things, okay? So with that, let us open the circle. And if you have any questions, let me know. But I gotta share with you before we open the circle, I have this here. So I have for all of us, because I wanted to, every summer solstice, I make my So Be It powder. And I have lots of people that are like, yes, the So Be It powder is coming. So I want to burn that for us. My So Be It powder, we use that in rituals to get rid of anything negative or blocking for us. So with that, I want to light it with this, and then you guys can do the 12 creations. I'll also be doing my 12 creations, but I wanted to make sure that we had our group one, okay? So the first one, I want an unexpected blessing each month for all of us. One that we're not creating, but what the universe wants to bring in. I want us to experience perfect health and the journey of perfect health. I also want us to experience financial blessings, okay? And so that financial blessings can find us. I want us to also receive awakening of our intuitive skills. So I want all of our intuitive skills to heighten to a new level. I also want protection for us, divine protection. I also want our light to show us the way every time we have a question. I also want a banishment of all evil eyes and focus on us that is trying to steal, take, or block. I also want us to accelerate in our spiritual abilities and gifts for others. I also want us to see a nature spirit and experience one. I also want you to see a loved one in spirit or feel them. Okay, and that's going to come around when the veils are thin. I also want you to understand yourself and treasure the understanding that comes to you. Okay, and I want you to be open, more open than we've ever been. Okay, so may we receive and give as the goddess and God do in their life. Okay, so with that, I'm going to light that up. Now make sure, of course, you watch how your candle flame lights up when you do it. I'm using the fire candle. Oh, my candle went out. So that means that there was something that was getting in our way, or one of us, or all of us, or probably just me. I'm going to light this up. And I'm going to pour my So Be It powder. You can, I don't know if you can see my flames. I'm going to pour it in. So be it.
So be it.
So be it.
So my powder is actually a purple flame, but it didn't really show that too well. Some of you have seen it. So let's open our circle and enjoy this month fully, okay? Again, pay attention to the animals that are coming around you, the wind, and tap into that magic. So we thank you. We thank the spirits of the north, south, east, and west. Stay if you will, go if you must. The circle is open, but never unbroken. Merry we meet, merry we part, until we meet again with love in our hearts. So be it.
So be it.
Kiss it and stomp that away. Enjoy your fire. Blessings. Love you all. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Love you.
Good night.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for joining.
Bye-bye.
Good night. Love you. Good
Georgina, I
night.
want some So Be It powder.
Okay.
Good night.
Citrine is a good stone to use this month.
Okay.
So use that. Chamomile.